sure?
No, never mind.
I think
Shut it off.
It's okay. Tell them.
We're going to edit this, by the way. Okay.
I think you should tell the story of the time that Julian was so sick and you gave her that cough medicine.
Oh.
Yes, that's a good story.
Oh,
You can tell that story.
I know they should tell it because I won't get it quite right.
Yeah,
Do you remember the story?
I do.
yeah.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
You do.
You don't
Turn it
know
on,
that.
Dad.
You
Tell
I
the
haven't
story.
heard that.
You
You
can
heard
tell
it.
that story. I've talked enough.
No, tell this. Okay, Mom can tell the story.
Yeah, have Mom tell the
The only
story.
problem is Grandma is losing her voice right now.
Yeah,
so
she's
we'll
in an
talk
edge of a
to her.
voice. Let her for next time.
Can you do it?
We gave Julian some cough medicine. And it was before they had all these new cough medicines out. And so what we gave her was the honey with a little brandy, wasn't it? Was it
Yeah,
brandy?
that's what the doctor
And so
told us
to
to give
get
her.
rid of the cough. And so for the next dosage, she said, okay, give me that again, but don't put so much honey in it.
I love that story.
You know, that's a good story.
Now, I just brought these things of Samuel Smedley's. Do you girls all have their biography of Samuel and Eliza Sturton Smedley
Well, give it
when
to
they
us
left
if you have.
England?
And came across on the boat.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Just give it
so
to
that's
us.
my
Okay,
next project.
and
is
then-
to go through
God,
that
just
stuff.
And you got the James Smedley biography, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, aren't there two James Smedley biographies?
Well, yes.
There's because there's James Samuels Senior
And
and James Samuel Junior.
Mm-hmm. And then you all have the story of 305 North Main, don't you?
No.
Now, the two girls I asked have both got these books.
I have the book and
I
I
don't
have
have
this
that
story. Oh, you should read it. Well, you're.
Yeah, this is a good story.
Can we
This is
Xerox
what the
it?
house looked like before they made, this is 305 North Main
This
down
is when
there.
it's the restaurant.
This is what it looked like before they made the addition. And grandfather moved grandmother into that on their wedding day. He had built it and paid for it. And they moved in on Valentine's Day, all paid for.
Wow.
He said it cost him more to clear the land than it did to buy it, because it was all rocky and weedy.
Can we
Anyway, you
Xerox
should know that.
Can we Xerox that out of that book? I don't have
think
that
so.
book.
I've got the book. I'll Xerox it for you.
Well, she's got a Xerox machine
It'd be
too.
kind of fun if it was narrated.
The other
Yeah,
thing that
that's
can be
You want to
done,
read it? One of us could just read
is-
it right now.
put it in family search. And anybody who wants to can look at it.
That's true. Oh, you
But
got-
I would like a hard
So,
copy.
so what would you do, how would you do that?
Can you scan it in?
David?
Hand it to David.
Yeah,
Tell him to do it.
Yeah, we have
we
to.
can scan that.
You do.
Charles
do
is-
it.
Yeah, if we can get a copy of the book, we can scan it pretty quick.
But I would like a hard copy for my file.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I've got it and I can make copies. So I've got that.
but if it's there, you know,
Yeah.
Anyone.
Yeah, then.
I can
Jennifer
copy it
Dix
off.
or
and
anybody in the
make it
country could look it up anytime they want.
Because grandfather went on his mission. When grandmother was pregnant with her second child, they lost the first one.
I'm gonna put this into a text format,
Great.
and then we'll kind of go with the photos afterwards. Maybe somebody else can like collect the photos. I don't know.
We could do that, actually. We should have a family night where we're all bringing the photos.
That's a good
and
idea.
make it-
Should we do that next
Scan
time?
them in.
Like, cause we're gonna be interviewing Grandma Elaine.
Yeah,
No,
let's.
you're not.
Yes, we
Yes, we
are.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you figure you're gonna get out of it anyway?
Yeah, are you kidding?
You were saved by the cold this month, but
Yeah.
So the pictures, which pictures?
fixed
So
it.
yeah, now which pictures should we bring?
I
Just
fixed
any
it.
pictures
so
of?
anything that
It was
would
compensating
that would
for
go in
shake
with
that
their
wasn't
lives.
there.
Like particularly, especially if it had to do with what he had talked about.
What
It's a-
does it
it's
a-
what does it look
Well,
like?
their wedding pictures are done.
The
same
wedding
as what you
Bring
saw.
those up and scan
Little
those
shades.
in.
That would
Some
be
of it.
great.
Yeah.
If you have any pictures
But
of
I
the
think we
reception,
can-
that would work.
I think maybe if we give it to Denver, he
Maybe
could,
some of
fix
the
that
people he spoke about.
for the most part.
Yes, he's
the
got a
employee.
lot
might
of
be
his
able to
work
do that.
pictures.
because
So,
he would just
okay,
do
so we
opposite
could-
of what this was
Just
doing.
like
It was
art
compensating for
posters,
shake
paper
that wasn't
art,
there,
that's about it.
which is nice if you're doing it handheld
By the
and
way,
shaky.
And this isn't the last interview,
But-
so like we'll have more information as things keep going. But just it's a good idea to have it almost a database, a resource of
Yeah.
photos to turn to when we do make it better.
So when you're looking for pictures, Marco does not have a picture of Frida, so if anybody finds a picture with Frida, I think they're
What's
all
Frida's
long gone.
last name? It's not the Frida that lives on Center Street now.
Evans, no, it's Frida Evans, and she's dead.
She died a long time ago.
Who was the governor who appointed you?
Mother,
Bang it.
are you using your tables in the living room for anything, or do you want Matt to take them down?
Yeah,
No,
that's-
and next Friday we have beach club here.
So you still
And
want
we've
them up?
just left them up for that reason.
one of the reasons they just left the fellow that was the chief right away, the politically appointed one, was his ex-counselor in the stake presidency.
Oh,
Oh,
So he let him fill out his term. He only had a year to go, and so
yes,
he
yes.
let him fill it out.
yeah.
We don't mix church and state in this state.
But Julene, I thought what you said about
Yeah, I know.
this, what's his name? I thought
Romanuk. Cromanhook.
Cromanhook, yeah,
I thought
Fred.
that was good to conclude with your dad,
That was.
because he really
That was
is.
nice.
Do you know what my favorite, I'm doing too much talking, but we'll put this on another tape.
It's
When-
actually still being taped.
Oh, okay, so here's my favorite story of Dad growing up. There was somebody that came by and sold donuts would go around the office and
Yeah.
sell donuts to him.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dad's on the phone talking to somebody important.
It was a kid usually.
Yeah, and there was a kid at the door with donuts, and Dad says on the phone, "I'm sorry, I need to go now. One of my associates is here." And he hung up the phone so we could buy donuts from the little donut guy. So, just the teenager selling donuts. So Dad always elevated people in his presence.
And then he'd
That's
help,
great.
then he'd help them dust up and sweep the floor after.
So
I
like
know
the
what?
custodial crew.
Yeah.
It helped do
Oh,
what?
He
really?
helped the custodial crew sweep up afterwards.
Oh, that's great.
I don't do that. I call them by name, but I don't. Hey, thanks
Now,
for
what
doing.
is your
Thanks,
big-
Marie, for doing
That's
that.
That age.
upstairs.
Bye.
So,
Wanted to-
how,
I think I should acknowledge you
I'm
there.
thinking
Have to
about
get
So-
hours and they probably have a certain.
Julie,
What?
about how much of what I said is not on tape?
I think it's most of it's on.
About
tape,
3
isn't it?
minutes.
3 minutes.
The last little bit about,
No sweat.
you know.
No sweat.
Yeah, no
Actually,
sweat.
I think
Sweat
that's
thing.
the fun, I kinda want
So
that
you
on.
did
No,
have
I
another
mean,
bit.
What
in the
can we-
middle,
is-
in
are
the
we still
middle of
taping?
it.
Yeah.
Can we tell that story
You
right
When you
now?
were
Now that
looking
we
for
got
the
the camera
extension
back on?
cord, you mean?
Yeah, when they were going for the extension.
Was
Well,
it
we still
recorded?
had
It was
power.
recording then.
It was still.
It was just getting low.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
We were
yeah.
just- It was going away fast. We were having a little problem with shaking, but it was the camera compensating for shaking that wasn't there.
Oh,
So it just looked, so there's a couple of places, right?
Yeah.
Not much, but a little bit where it's a little shaky. But Denver may be able to take the shake out of it.
oh, yeah, okay,
I
Okay.
mean, you know,
sounds good.
But
That's what he does.
but we didn't get the story of no sweat on camera, that's funny.
Okay, tell that
So
story
just do
again.
that one.
because you're on camera right
Oh,
now.
yeah, we can splice it in the middle of it or something, you know
Yeah,
what I
Just
mean?
tell it.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
tell
tell
us
the
the-
story of you being called no sweat.
You never sweat?
Never sweat, never sweat.
try.
That's why you have to
Well,
weekend get it
it was
straightened out.
just, it was when I'd be working over there on the farm and, you know, because I grew up on the farm over there and I'd go in, a lot of mornings I'd go into the market with Dad, you know, but, the ones over there, I was just kind of slow and
You
You
said
know, we-
you were never one for agriculture.
No, I wasn't one for agriculture. But, you know, like when cantaloupe season has come, why we'd all take a break and cut a nice cantaloupe and fix it. And I was always the very last one to get through.
And
So
they
what
called
was
you-
your name?
What?
So what did they call you? Because
Never sweat.
that's what they
And
called
why?
Never sweat.
Why would they call you never sweat?
Because I never worked hard enough to work up a sweat.
Love that.
And I inherited Dad's love of agriculture.
Me too.
Not much, huh?
I'm gonna shake
I, at one point in life, I got hay fever so bad, the doctor took me off the farm for about 3 years. And I had to take shots. I took shots over a 3-year period to get it down. And for about 5 years after that, I didn't have one iota of hay fever. Then it started coming back, but it never got as bad as it was. But he said, we got to do something about this. But there were, I'm sure it was, I don't remember, it was just, anyway, it was just over 50 things that would give me hay fever in this area.
So did you prefer the shot over working in the field?
Oh, I preferred the shot.
And being bad for
And
myself.
so what I did is I went down to the Bountiful Lumber and got a job making boxes, because everything the farmers took to market or shipped or anything was wooden boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a box factory down here right on Main Street. And so I went down there and got a job with it. For a couple of years I worked down there, and then I got old enough I could drive, and I got a job with Union Furniture Company. So
Delivering
drive it.
furniture.
yeah. Well, and I could drive the little truck around and pick stuff up and so on, but when we delivered furniture, it was a big truck and then another driver. I just go along to help carry the furniture.
I
But
think this is a great thing that Caleb's doing.
I do too.
I'll have to tell you one thing though, that I think I've told Elaine this before, but I used to wash the windows down at the furniture store. One of my jobs was to wash the windows. And the post office was on First South. And Elaine would always go over and pick up her mail. And I found out what time that was, and then I'd always be out washing the windows when
Smooth devil.
Why was that, Dean?
So I think
those are the
Elaine
good
and I
stories.
Those are
were
good stories.
meant to be together.
Yep, I think so too.
Good. All right. I think, should we wrap up this interview then? Alrighty.
Great.
Okay, I think that's it, Hunter.
Hunter,
Thanks
you're
everyone for
so
listening.
good.
Thank you,
Hunter,
Hunter.